What's the deal, y'all? How y'all feeling? How y'all doing? Thank y'all for tuning in. I am Santino, Tino, or what up, though, Tino. And I'm gonna do something a little different. Okay, so if you have been watching my channel, then you would know that I have been covering a lot of the Michael Jackson biopic, right? Because I am a fan of Michael Jackson. I grew up on Michael Jackson. I come from a musical background that I pretty much don't discuss, but we're gonna get into that because I think I'm gonna start doing more vlogs, and I'm gonna showcase more of what I do. So this channel is gonna be also with me talking about the movie stuff and the entertainment stuff, whether it's music, movies, or whatever. I'm gonna do some vlogging of my own and showing just my life, but we're gonna get to that, right? I'm in the process of moving, so again, I know the last video I said this, I'm gonna say it again. I do apologize for not getting as much content out as I would like to. This process, between working right now and trying to move and everything, it gets a little hectic, but I'm gonna do the best I can. So, with that being said, today's episode, I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just talk about the Michael Jackson biopic, because when I started this channel, my goal was to talk about any and everything entertainment, whether it's movies, music, whatever, right? Because I like entertainment. So the last couple of days, there's an event called CinemaCon that happens, I believe it's every year. And this event, basically what it is all the major studios. They come out and they talk about all the upcoming projects, movies that they're working on, and they come to these big presentations. They have panels, the whole nine. So you have like Paramount, Warner Brothers, Universal, Disney, Lionsgate, all the major studios. Okay, they come out and they talk about their projects. So well, I think what I'll do is I'll touch on a few projects that I'm looking forward to, that I feel like it's some exciting news, and I'm just gonna give it a little rundown. I'm not gonna do the whole. I can't recap the whole CinemaCon, because that'd be just a lot of information, and yeah, I'm not gonna do that. But if you guys don't know about CinemaCon, if you have not been keeping up with it, all you gotta do is you can go on YouTube, you can go on just the internet in general. They have tons and tons and tons of information for you to check out. Pretty sure it's a lot of movies on here that I have not, that I'm not going to announce or name or talk about. But again, if you want to check that out, you go ahead and you do so. All right. So with that being said, let's just get straight into it. All right. So first up, a movie that I'm looking forward to, Deadpool and Ronin. Okay, so I do like Marvel. I'm not the biggest Marvel fan when it comes to like the comic books and everything, because I didn't read much. I had comics, but I'm just not a comic collector. I don't get into it, because with the comics, it's like a whole, like you can go down a whole little rabbit hole. But I'm a fan of Marvel and the movies, and I'm a fan of Deadpool and Ronin. So with this movie, if you notice, with this movie, this takes place, of course, in the, I don't think it's the actual MCU universe, but I think this movie is gonna get to that. I think that's the purpose of this movie. Okay, so of course we see Deadpool. If you can see this, you see Deadpool. This like he's celebrating his birthday, but in this movie, from what I gathered from watching the wait a minute, somebody is sorry about that. Somebody was contacting me, but in this movie, it looks like the TVA is involved in this. So if you have been keeping up with Marvel, then you watch Loki. Okay, Loki, the series on Disney Plus. If you have not checked that out, go check it out. It's a good series. Loki dealt with the TVA, It dealt with timelines and just Loki just messed up the timeline, and TVA has to fix it. And they have this whole protocol, the rule, like you can't mess with the timeline, all this, that, and the third. So it looks like the Deadpool movie is gonna take place, and it's gonna have the TVA involved. I don't know if this movie is taking place before the events of Loki, after the events of Loki, or I don't know if it takes place in a separate alternate timeline with the TVA, which could be weird if that's the case, because the TVA, they controls all timelines, so I don't see how this could be possible, but who knows, right? So this is one of those movies where I'm looking forward to. I want to see how this gonna play out. I want to see how they're gonna introduce Wolverine. It's crazy because Hugh Jackman has been playing Wolverine now for about 20 something years. I believe the first X-Men movie came out in 2000, and I was like 15, 16, and he's still playing Wolverine. So that's that. Let me know if y'all looking forward to this. This movie does come out July 26th, so it looks like it's coming soon. So let me know in the comments if y'all looking forward to this movie. If you ain't, are you a Marvel fan? Do you like comic book movies? Do you feel like it's oversaturated? Did you get the comic book movie fatigue, the whole nine? Just let me know, okay? Moving on. All right, so this next movie, that I'm not gonna say I was excited, but this is a part of my childhood, okay? And this movie is Beetlejuice, okay? Now, I grew up on Beetlejuice. I believe I was like maybe 5 or 6 when the first one came out in like 88 and 89, I believe. When the first Beetlejuice movie came out. I'm a fan of Michael Keaton. So when they announced the Beetlejuice 2 movie, I was excited because I want to see where the story, where it can go. So we do have some newcomers. We have is it Gina Ortega, as well as we have some of the old school vets. We got Winona Ryder. We have Michael Keaton, of course, and I think it's Catherine O'Hara. So those are the OGs of the movie. So again, I think that this movie is gonna be a blast. You got Michael Keaton right here looking like doing what Michael Keaton does best. And then not to mention, I do want to say this. I am a fan of Tim Burton. I mean, he made some, I guess you could say, some stinkers of movies, but Tim Burton brings that weird, surreal, horror, wacky, like all that. So I'm just looking forward to what he brings to this movie. Michael Keaton said himself that this is the most fun he's had filming a movie. So, I think that we could be in for something good, something great, and I'm looking forward to this. This movie comes out I believe this year, but I'm not sure the date. Yeah, it comes out this year, but again, it's within a couple of months. Okay, so that's Beetlejuice. Let me know if y'all looking forward to this movie. Are you guys fans of the original Beetlejuice movie that came out in the late 80s? Can you care less about this movie? Now let's talk about it. Let me know in the comments how you guys feel about it, and we're just gonna keep it moving. All right. So next up, so here is listen, I'm a huge fan of I like psychological movies, I like supernatural movies, I like horror movies, right? So this one right here, this goes into the horror / maybe supernatural tropes. All right. So this one's called The Watchers. I first actually learned about this movie maybe last month. I don't know much about it, but what I do know that what I do know is that this movie is being directed by another famous, I guess you could say iconic horror movie, supernatural movie director, right? This is done by, I believe her name is Ashana Knight, who is the daughter of M. Night. I'm about to say this name wrong, but I always say M. Night Shyamalan. I know that's not how you say it. Right now, it's probably somebody saying, that ain't how you say his name. That ain't how you say his name. I get it. I get it. I get it. Don't beat me up. But y'all know what I'm talking about. So this movie is done by her. This movie is actually written and directed by her. And her father, M. Night, is the producer. So, with this movie, it looks like this movie takes place in I guess in a small room where you got people, and I think it's the Dakota family. They're trapped in this room, but something is lurking outside the room, and it looks like the room is set in the middle of the woods. But something is lurking. They're trying to figure out what it is. Maybe creatures, maybe something else. I don't know. But that's pretty much all I know, because the movie doesn't give you too much to spoil anything. It gives you enough for you to say, that looks like it's gonna be good. And I guess within this movie, they're trying to figure out what's lurking outside. And it is one scene in the trailer where the lady says, you can't see them, but they see everything. So right there, you know what I'm saying, it's and if you can see the trailer, it looks creepy as hell. Like, what the hell is out there? What's watching them? And you know, what are they in for? So this one looks good. Again, it's directed by M. Night Shyamalan daughter, Ashana Night Shyamalan, I believe that's her name. But again, I am a fan. I'm a fan of horror movies, and I think this movie is gonna be damn good. Or it can be not good. We not gonna know until it come out. But based off the trailer, this one looks like we could be in for a blast and something different. If she's anything like her father, she may have a unexpected twist, because you know M. Night, he's known for his unexpected twists. Some of them work, some of them don't. But again, and this movie comes out this year. It comes out June 7th, so that's coming up. That'll be here in no time. So again, if you have not heard about this movie, you know, check it out. Check out the trailer. Let me know in the comments if you're looking forward to this. If you're not looking forward to it, do you like horror movies? Do they scare you? Do it do something to your dreams? Are you a fan of M. Night Shyamalan? Are you a fan of any of his movies? And do you think this movie or his daughter's gonna live up to his legacy and what he does with the horror movies? So we're gonna keep it moving. And now this next movie does not have a trailer, but we're gonna keep it in the family. So speaking of M. Night Shyamalan, he has another movie coming out called Trap. Okay, this movie comes out this year too. Now this movie was shown at CinemaCon. They showed, I believe, the trailer or some footage, and this movie stars Josh Hartnett, who was in what movie? I'm drawing a blank. I know he was in a movie called O, which was like a take on Othello that came out years ago with Julia Stiles, I believe she was in it. Mekhi Phifer was in it. But Josh was in a list of movies, but he's in the movie. And from what it says, and this is, I mean, like I said, the thing with M. Night Shyamalan, he has hits, he has misses. Okay, this one sounds like a hit to me. Now, when I read this, it's probably gonna sound like they gave too much away, but knowing with M. Night, it's gonna be some kind of twist or something, or maybe not. I don't know, but I'm just gonna read what it says. All right, so it says, Shyamalan took to the stage at CinemaCon and revealed the first trailer with the film, the idea of which he crafted along with his daughter, Salika. In the trailer, we see a father, Harnett, taking his young daughter, to a concert. They get in, take their seats, the concert starts, and everything is going great. Dad tells his daughter to stay at the seat because he's going to the bathroom. On his way to the bathroom, Dad notices some strange things are going on. There are a lot of police at this concert. Cameras are being set up. Something is very weird about all of this. He goes to a merch booth and asks one of the workers, "What's going on?" The worker tells Dad that he's not supposed to spill the beans, but he will. Apparently, there's a serial killer on the loose named the Butcher, and the police got a tip that he's going to be at this concert. In fact, everything about the concert, including it actually happening, is just a trap to catch the Butcher. They've got all exits closed, no one is able to leave, they're going to get him. Dad looks surprised at this revelation. Why? Because when he goes to the bathroom and opens his phone, he reveals a live stream of a bound and gagged man. It turns out Dad, aka Josh Harnett, is the Butcher, and now he's going to have to figure out how to get out of this trap, which also includes his daughter. Now, one may say they just gave the full movie away, right? But the movie has not came out yet. This is a part of the trailer, so we don't know what is going to happen in this movie. All we know is that they don't know it, but he's a serial killer. This one looks interesting to me, and again, keeping with the whole tradition of M. Night Shyamalan and how he does his movies, I do believe that this is going to be something that we can either talk about, or it can be a miss, it can be a hit. We don't know yet, but we're gonna have to see. All right. So moving on. So this one was a movie that again, didn't know much about it, but this one stars James McAvoy. Okay, now you may know him from he was in Glass. He was in another M. Night Shyamalan movie called Split. Well, actually, Glass is M. Night Shyamalan movie too. He was in that, and he also played Professor X, the young Professor X, in the X-Men movies. So this one takes place. It looks like a family is on vacation, and basically, they meet another family. They get, I guess you could say, they get cool, they get friendly, and the family invites them out to be guests in their home or a vacation home that they may have. And I think that's where the movie takes. That's when the movie kind of just takes off, right? So in the trailer, you see James McAvoy. He looks, comes off nice, generous, the whole nine. But as the trailer progresses, you notice something is strange, something is weird, something is off about this guy. I think he says that he's a doctor, but you see a little boy. Now this is a little boy right here. There's a scene that should be coming up where you can see the little boy tongue is actually cut out, right? So this movie looks like it's going to be creepy. It's going to be unsettling, and may have a twist to it too, because we don't know what's going on. We don't know what's up with this guy or the family. We don't know. All we know is that it's creeping them out. It's creeping out the other family. Like, what the hell is going on with these people? So this is See No Evil. Again, now don't he look like? Listen to me. Hold on. James McAvoy. The bigger he get, the more he looks like Gerard Butler. Like, I don't know. He look like. Look at him. It's like it's like him and Gerard Butler's brothers. But again, like, so this movie comes out. I believe this movie comes out. I'm not even sure. I think it comes out this year. Let me see. They announced September. So yeah, it comes out in September. So did y'all know about this movie? Are y'all looking forward to this? Again, do you like horror? Some of y'all may not like horror. But I love horror. I love supernatural movies. I like a movie with a good twist, as long as the twist makes sense. Don't just throw a twist in it for the sake of it, for the hell of it. Like, it has to make sense. So we're gonna see. And also, this movie is actually This movie is actually a remake of a 2022 movie called this of the same name, Speaking on Evil. So if you, some of y'all may have saw that. I've never saw it. I've never even heard of it, honestly. But I'm kind of conflicted. I don't know. I may go back and check out that version, but at the same time, I don't want it to spoil this version, because I think by it being a Danish movie, I think it's a Danish movie. By it being a Danish movie, they may not have no English in it. I'm not sure, so I may not understand everything that's going on in it. So I may want to watch this version, then go back and do comparisons between this version and the Danish version. So if y'all know about that, let me know. So we're gonna keep it moving. This next movie, I've only seen 2 of these movies, okay? This is Alien Romulus. So this is directed by Peter Alvarez, who did the Evil Dead movie, which was a dope movie. He did Don't Breathe, which was another dope movie. This one is another take on the Alien franchise. So I wasn't really a fan of what's one, Prometheus. Cause I feel like sometimes you don't need to talk about, or you don't need to go into the whole origins or something, right? Sometimes some movies work best, but you don't know what the hell is really going on, or you don't know what like in this case, the aliens, the xenomorph, I believe that's how you pronounce it. You don't know much about where they come from, right? It works best like that. And the first Alien was more of a horror, you know. Now the rest of the aliens became more so on a sci-fi. Even though the first Alien is a sci-fi movie, but it was more horror movie. The James Cameron Aliens, that's considered a classic, which is dope. But what I like about this movie is, I believe from the director Feeder, he's saying that he's taking it back to the whole horror aspect, which is dope. So if you watch the trailer, you know what I'm saying, you can see it's more so of a teaser, but you can see it kind of has that horror. And what I like about this movie is it looks like they're taking inspiration from the original. I think this movie takes place between Alien and Aliens, so the technology is more so of how the technology looked in the 1979 version, which was, it was set in the future, but that was their take on what technology would look like in the future. So they brought that element to this movie. That's what I like about it. I like the fact that they did that, considering it's taking place between the first Alien and the second movie. So this one does look at them things, the face huggers. This one look dope. Like I said, I'm not a huge fan of just a full Alien franchise, but when you bring something like this, count me in. I want to see it, all that good stuff. So we are going to keep it moving. This would be the Joker. Okay, Joker 2 is like to call it, because I don't speak French. So I believe that the full name is Folie à Deux. I don't know. Yeah, again, I'm pretty sure in the comments, y'all gonna hit me up. And y'all go correct. And that's cool, that's fine. But Joker 2, we gonna say Joker 2, right? So this movie, now if you've seen Joker 1, which was directed by Todd Phillips, as well as this one, that was a different take on Joker. Okay, it was set in like the early 80s, I believe, late 70s. And it had, if you watch the movie, it had just that whole aesthetic to it. Like it looked like a movie that you could have watched back then, because it had to, it had the elements of Taxi Driver and The King of Comedy, right? So if you've seen both of those movies, then you would know what I'm talking about if you watch this movie, the first Joker, right? So this movie takes place after the events of the first Joker. It stars Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn, and it looks like the setting of the movie is going to be based in the Arkham Asylum, right? Now, based on the trailer, okay, so it looks like Harley Quinn is actually a patient in the asylum, right? Now, if you know the origins of Harley, you know that she was actually his therapist, and he pretty much his wackiness and his I guess charisma or whatever turned her, into a wacky, insane, whatever, his sidekick, right? But in this one, it's like she's already so maybe put it like this, they may be taking a different approach with this one. Now I do have my own theory, my own take on this, right? Because there's some musical elements of the movie. He look cool on this one. Look how he walking. But it has some musical elements. So it's partly musical, right? That doesn't scare me. I like musicals, and I believe that the music parts of it is gonna work with the movie, honestly. Because I think that the way they're gonna do it, me personally, I think that the musical parts of the movie is gonna all just take place in his mind anyway. And it's gonna be like how can I say this? I think that the musical elements is gonna show. Let's say he's doing something like a killing, right? They're gonna have a musical number that's gonna play out while he's doing that. Like I said, it's all I can't really explain it, but it's all gonna be in his mind. Also, if we talk about Harley Quinn, now here's the theory of mine, right? This could happen. What if Harley is his therapist? He just don't know it. So let's say okay, the Joker, Joaquin Phoenix, he's so out there that they need somebody who can, in order to tap into his mind or his thought process, they're gonna take a different approach with the therapy sessions, which means he doesn't know what's going on. So Harley is actually going undercover as a patient in an asylum just to gain friendship, whatever, to fit into his world. And then it comes out that she's actually a therapist the whole time. She's been working undercover. This is a theory of mine, all right? Now, some of y'all may say it's stupid. I don't know, whatever. But I feel like it could be a good one. But let's just say that happens. And then in the long run, as she continues to try to, figure out what's going on with him and use whatever tactics she has, she becomes smitten. And then she becomes the Harley Quinn that we all know and some of us all love. Just a theory of mine. I don't know. Again, I don't know what the movie is going to be about, but I will say this movie looks good. And for the fact that Joaquin Phoenix stated in previous interviews that he does not do sequels. So if you have a man who does not do sequels, they had to have a good script to get him back involved. And judging from the trailer, this one looks like it's gonna be a good one. This scene right here, this little part right here, when she draws with the lipstick, and then he kind of moves into it and pretty much forms into. This was a dope part of the trailer. But again, this movie looks like it's gonna be dope. This one comes out this year. I believe this one comes out in October. Yeah, it comes out in October. So let me know if y'all looking forward to that movie. Did y'all like the first Joker? Did you not like it? I liked it. I loved it. That movie made like $1 billion. So this one should probably do the same, or at least close to it. All right. So moving on. So this one is going to be scary movie. Okay, so they're working on a new scary movie from Paramount. They took the right, or they have the rights to the Scream franchise. So this is kind of falling in line with the movies that's been coming out as of late, like Scream, and they're doing another I know what you did last summer. So this is kind of falling in line with that. I am hoping. Let me see. It says scary movie is coming back to skewer the horror genre. Paramount and Miramax are making a new take on the franchise and expect to go before cameras in the fall. Paramount revealed at CinemaCon that on Thursday, Fast and Furious producer Neil H. Moritz will produce the new scary movie. Okay, so I hope. Here's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that they bring back the Wayans brothers. Okay, I'm talking about Keenan. I'm talking about Sean. I'm talking about Marlon. Bring them back because this is their franchise. They came out with the scary movie franchise. They did 1 and 2, and to me, 1 and 2, in my opinion, 1 and 2 are the best ones. I've seen some of the other ones, but they just didn't. To me, it didn't capture the same magic that the first 2 captured. Like the thing when you do spoof movies and you do parody movies, it's very easy for it to come off as corny and cheesy. And I feel like with the other scary movies, not 1 and 2, but the other ones, it came off just that, cheesy and corny. Like they were trying to get the laughs, and you can see it. And when a movie is trying to get the laughs, to me, it just takes away. And I just can't get with it. Now, I mean, some of y'all may have liked 3, 4, 5. Me personally, it didn't hit the same for me. So I'm just hoping that they bring back, Keenan, Marlon, and Sean, because I feel like they captured, you know what I'm saying, or they brought something that the rest of them couldn't quite. You can tell it became a cash grab with the rest of them. And again, with the Wayans, they do spoofing to me the best. I mean, from I'm gonna get you sucker to Don't Be a Menace, while drinking juice in the hood. Like it's like they know what they're not looking just to gain a laugh. I mean, they're looking to gain a laugh because obviously it's a comedy, but it don't come off corny, it don't come off cheesy. It comes off as funny. They do spoofing well, and I'm just hoping that they bring them back in some kind of type of capacity, hopefully in a big capacity to where they're writing the movie and they're directing the movie. But that's just what I would like to happen. So y'all let me know. Y'all looking forward to this new scary movie? Have y'all had enough? I mean, it's been years since I think 5 was the last one. It's been years since it came out, but again, if they're not gonna do it right, as far as I'm concerned, it can be 20 more years. Like, if you're gonna do something, do it right. Like when it becomes a cash grab, it's like, all right, what y'all doing here being seen before? You know what I'm saying? So that's just my take. Let me know if y'all want to see this movie. I'm looking forward to it. And again, we're gonna keep it moving. So next up, we have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's a new movie coming out, but this one is going to be R-rated. All right, so this one is based off The Last Ronin, which is it's a gritty take. I believe this was The Last Ronin is a graphic novel. Last Ronin is about as terrifying as a turtle's tale can get. Set in a totalitarian future, New York City, the comic miniseries told of how the Turtles and Master Splinter are killed off one by one by the grandson of the villainous Shredder and synthetic ninjas. One turtle manages to survive, barely, and vows to exact bloody vengeance. One trick of the book was that it wasn't even clear, for a while at least, which one of the turtles lived, as the survivor had the weapons of all 4. Okay, so I guess me not knowing is not by accident, because I believe in the comic, purposely they didn't want you to know which one lived. All right, so again, now I'm not sure if they revealed who lived at the end of the comic. I'm not sure, but I guess in the movie they're gonna take the same approach. So I'm looking forward to this one for the simple fact that it's R-rated. Now, of course, Nickelodeon, they do own the rights to this. So this is under the Nickelodeon banner. So this is gonna be interesting. Again, I know I use the word interesting a lot, but I do find a lot of these things to be interesting, especially with some of these new movies that they got coming out. So with this one, I'm looking forward to this. I think it's gonna be good. And I do want to see, you know, what type of approach, by being R-rated, that means it's gonna be bloody. It's gonna be a good bloody mess with a turtle killing up people who come in his way. And again, he's seeking vengeance for his brothers and his I guess you could look at as his father figure / sensei. So that's gonna be dope. Alright. So last but not least, the number one movie I'm looking forward to is one that I've been talking about for the longest. And that is the Michael Jackson biopic. Now, I don't have to talk about it too much because I do have other videos that y'all can check out. I did like a fantasy casting. I talked about how at CinemaCon, the Michael Jackson footage from the movie was shown and it blew everyone away. Like, I have not seen nothing bad from people who attended CinemaCon and went to the Lionsgate panel and they saw the Michael footage. Everyone said that this movie looks fantastic, and they said that it looks like it can be a big Oscar contender. They said Jafar Jackson is doing an incredible job as his late uncle, and of course, I mean, he's a Jackson. Not to mention he has his family who can probably steer him in the best direction. Like, no, Michael did like this, Michael did that. And not to mention he's a nephew, so I'm pretty sure he studied and saw his uncle at work, saw his uncle mannerisms, and it's looking dope. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. This one I'm looking for. This movie, to me, this one is special for me. It's special, and I haven't seen no footage. I've seen, of course, you know, a little behind the scenes, which I do try to avoid because I don't want to be spoiled for this one. But I don't want to take away from the experience of when I watch the movie. But you know, I'm only human, so when I do see, you know, some new pictures, you know, I'm gonna check it out. Like, all right, let me see. But again, this one I'm gonna be there the first day it come out, or I'm gonna be there the second day. Prefer the first day, depending on how the tickets work. Speaking of being there, again, to the powers that be that is controlling this movie, to the ones that have the power to make things happen, I would like to go to the premiere of this movie when it comes out. I would love to be there. So if anybody, Jafar, if you watching, Lionsgate, if you watching, any of the producers, Graham King, director Antoine Fuqua, Jacksons, the Jackson estate, listen, I am a fan. I would love to see this movie. I don't care if the movie 5 hours long. I'm gonna be there. Like how Mike was sitting in a theater eating that popcorn. Yeah, that's gonna be me. You feel me? For all 5 hours, it don't matter. However long the movie is, it does not matter. I want to see this movie. I might even go see it a few times because it's Michael Jackson, and that's just what it is. And I'm pretty sure by my tone, by my mannerisms, by the way I'm pretty much talking about this movie, y'all can tell I want to see this movie. So again, if anybody has any access, if y'all can help me go to the premiere to see the Michael movie. I have to see it. I gotta see it. I'm gonna see it regardless, but I would love to see it, you know what I'm saying, amongst Jacksons. And you know, I just want to be there because this is bigger than the hype. We talking about Michael Jackson. The hype is there. It is what it is. So again, I'm looking forward to this movie. This is probably number 1 on my list. That's why I made it the last one to talk about. Again, I'm not gonna go too much into it because I have other videos that talks about it. You can check them out. And that's pretty much that. So again, I touched on just a few movies that I feel like that piqued my interest. Okay, again, I didn't go over everything. Not Comic-Con, I'm sorry. CinemaCon. I didn't go over everything with it because that'd be a long video, and I think this video is probably long enough anyway. But again, if you do want to go back and look at some other stuff that they announced at CinemaCon, they have endless and tons of information to go. You can go on YouTube. You can go just on it. You can browse Google, hop on there, type in 2024 CinemaCon, and everything's gonna come up, right? From all the panels, from Disney, Universal, Paramount, Lionsgate, Warner Brothers, they talked about it, all right? So I'm just gonna end on that note. Let me know, out of all these movies that I have, that I did talk about, which ones piqued your interest? Which ones are you looking forward to? Are you looking forward to any of them? Is my list trash? Let me know in the comment section. And that's how we're going to end on that note. I will see y'all soon. Holla at y'all later.